Hi folks, Mike Lawson here for Garden State Adventures. We're here in northwest Sussex County. It's early October, which is bow hunting and duck hunting coming up soon. But fishing's still hot. There's some good opportunities out there. I'm here today with Tito Marrero from On the Fly Adventures, a local guide service, and he's going to give me some fly fishing instruction and try to put us on some fish. The temperature got down to the 40s overnight. We're hoping the cold front hasn't turned them off, but Tito's confident, and we're going to go right now and see what the game plan is going to be. Hey, so Tito, great meeting you.
Nice to meet you, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having us today.
No problem.
So, what do you expect to happen today?
Well, we'll see what happens with the cold snap. I'm confident we could get on some fish. We're going to try to wake them up with some poppers, something on top. And if not, we'll throw some streamers and get down and dirty, see what happens.
All right. So what's our basic setup going to be today?
Basic setup is, this is my 2-man pontoon boat, Skadden. It's made out of Utah. We're going to use 6 and 7 weight rods. Basically, you got a stripping basket up here. I'll be sitting in the back rowing, trying to put you on fish.
Okay, sounds good. So how long have you been guiding?
This is my first season as a guide. I've been fly fishing for a good 15 years, fished all out west, Alaska, Mexico. I've done some flats fishing, all up the Northeast, and the upper Delaware is one of my favorite places.
Okay. So I think one of the misconceptions people have is that fly fishing is just for trout. Can you shed some more light on that? I
love to fly fish for anything in the water, any fish, any species, whether it's saltwater, freshwater, it can happen, and it's not only trout, which I love trout fishing, but we've been fishing for bass all summer and big carp, and it's a great sport.
Right. Yeah, the carp fishing's been big in Europe for a long time.
Yep.
I think it's going to be becoming more and more popular here.
Yeah, and catching them on the fly is quite a challenge, but it's pretty awesome.
Okay. As far as learning to cast a fly line, and myself, I'm a bass fisherman primarily. So the transition from bait casting, spin casting to fly is something you can help a client with?
Yeah, I mean, the transition is tough because basically it's the opposite, complete opposite. While you're casting spin rod, you're casting the lure, and fly cast, you're casting the line. Okay. So the transition is tough, but I think we're going to make it happen. We're going to turn you into a fly fisherman.
Okay. Well, it sounds almost like trying to translate your baseball swing into a golf swing.
Yes.
Is that a good analogy?
Could be, yes. And maybe not as frustrating, actually, but yeah, you're right.
Good. All right, well, I'm looking forward to it. Let's go see what we can do.
Well, first thing you need to know, Mike, this is a 7-weight, 6-weight fly rod. It's good all-around rod for bass fishing, trout fishing. A lot of guys use 5-weight too, is also good. You got your float line. And then for today, for bass fishing, we've got about a 10-foot leader. This is clear mono, down to about 6-pound test. And basic hand grip for a fly rod, like your golf swing. Your thumb forward, shake your hand grip.
Okay.
Open hand, just like that. Should be like real comfortable for you. So basically, traditional casting methods is not really the way I like to teach anymore. The 10 and 2 thing is kind of very uncomfortable here and here. I like to be able to move my arm and control my wrist. It's all about your wrist. When you get into distance, then you start moving your arm. But for you today, this is all you're going to need to know. Here and here. Here and here. Snapping that wrist. You got to learn to snap your wrist. All right, Mike, it's your turn now. We're going to change it into a fly fisherman.
Okay.
Remember, use your left hand to control the fly line.
All right.
I like to show guys, a good buddy of mine, Darren Riss, Delaware River Upper Delaware River guide, showed me a trick how you use the casting method as you want to throw some paint on a canvas. You take your paintbrush, dip it in your can, and you want to splash some paint on that canvas. You're gonna fast accelerate, and you're gonna stop, so that paint comes off onto the canvas.
Okay.
Snap that wrist. You're gonna be here, and you're gonna stop, and that paint's gonna come off. And you want to do the same on your back cast.
Back cast and front cast.
And you can keep
Hard
an eye
stops.
on your back cast, because
Okay.
your back cast has got to be good to make your front cast good.
All right, we'll give it a shot, see what we get.
Give it a shot, and be relaxed, and forget about the fly, because you're casting the line. Watch out for that tree. So come, move your arm, and then snap. Don't come all the way down here. Now, the next thing is loop control, and that's not too bad. That's pretty good. Loop control. I just want to show you real quick.
Okay.
You want your loops to be like that in the air.
Okay.
If your loops are real big like this, that means you're overestimating. You're getting like this. If your
Okay.
loops are tight, then you're making a good cast.
Okay.
So loop control. Try to keep your loops tight, and try to snap that wrist, and just stop your wrist, and that's going to shoot your line. And that's going to work. Not so much straight over your head. You can go off to the side a little bit.
3/4 arm.
Yep. Yeah, that'll work. That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Very good. Quick learner.
All right. What is a double haul?
Double hull. Well, you
I know
haven't got there.
That's more advanced.
Yeah, you haven't got there yet, but double hull is basically loading the line using, I'll show you real quick.
Yeah.
Using the spring of the line, you basically, on your back cast, when you go back, the line has a little spring. When you come back on your forward cast, you want to take what you got here, and you want to do this. Put it right in your back pocket.
Right. It was like a timing thing.
Right,
Yeah.
and when you do that, you gotta give it a little bit, and then you gotta put it in your pocket, and that's gonna shoot your line. I do it. It's hard to show it because I always do it,
Right.
but you can see how I'm coming down, and you can get, good 80 feet, 60, 70 feet cast,
Right.
with the double hull.
So what fly patterns do you think we'll be using today?
Well, we're gonna try to wake them up with some poppers. This cold snap. We'll see what happens. But bass get mad, basically. So a popper can piss them off, and maybe turn a couple fish.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, we're gonna try some streamer patterns with some weight, and get down and just try to pull some fish out from the bottom.
Okay. You want to show us how to tie one of those streamers?
Sure. I'm going to tie like an autumn bait fish pattern using some autumn colors, like an orange rabbit zonker with some sparkle and a brown Chanel body.
Okay.
And these new, they're called fish skulls, and it looks like a bait fish. Really, really cool pattern.
Okay.
Now we're going to put a little crystal flash along with the tail. I like to use 4 pieces, so I take 2 and I split them in half. trim those. Now I'm going to tie on a piece of copper wire. This is going to segment the body. After we put on the chenille. So wrap that on tight. Now we take a piece of chenille for body. Two, 3 inches is good. Extra, it's all right. Just cut it off. Now you're gonna bring your thread forward. We're gonna have to leave enough room because we're gonna put a skull head in the front, and the skull head is gonna make it look just like a bait fish. So we gotta leave enough room in the front. Now we're gonna wrap the body. Try to make it all nice and even. We're going to tie that off. Snip off the excess. Now we're going to put our autumn colors in there. You want the strip to pass the hook, just past the tail, not too much further. About half of the hook length past the tail. I like to put a little point at the end so it's kind of tapered. Now we're going to tie that right, some space, behind the head. So remember, we got to put the skull head. So now we have our copper wire, and this is what makes it look cool. You separate some of the hair, starting from the base of the body, the back of the body there, and make a wrap. And you find sometimes you wet your fingers, you can separate the hair a little better. Make sure you pull it up. It's like a punk rocker hairstyle. I like to go like 4 or 5 segments. One more. Now we're going to tie that off. Snip off the rest. The front doesn't have to look pretty because you're going to cover it all up with this skull head that we're going to put on next. Make sure that's nice and tight. It's starting to look like a little fish already. Skull head, you want to put some Zap-A-Gap or some glue before you put on the skull head. And you also want to whip finish first. A couple whip finishes. I like at least 2. Nice and tight. Little glue. Make sure you cover the entire hook around. Take that skull head. It should fit nice and snug in there. I just finish it off with a couple eyes. I like to put a little glue, because sometimes they end up coming off if you catch a bunch of fish like Mike. There you have it. That's your autumn bait fish. Try to keep them tighter. That'll work. Keep that rod tip down.
Tangled up there. There you go. Should I be more careful where I lay that when I strip it in?
Yeah, I mean, if you can keep it in the basket, it's gonna make it easier, you know?
All right.
But, you know, I know you're just learning, so. If you can get it tight under those birch, make it happen. Oh, nice jerk. Get that. Nice. Let's try to get you even closer. Take another cast. Try to get a little bit closer.
By the tree?
Yeah. Real tight. Right around that corner. See if you can get right in there. See that sound of that pop? That's what you want. If you pop it, then let it sit for like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and then do it again. You're hooked up.
Oh,
Oof.
missed him.
All right. So
All right.
when you get a hook up, You're going straight up just like a spin rod, you know. Set that hook and remember your pointer finger on that line because that's going to hold the line. Then you're going to have your slack that you have all over the place, right? So you pinch here, you got the fish on, you're hooked up, let them fight, and you slowly pick up all that, put all that on the line, on the reel.
Okay.
And then, you know, nice and easy. I got a net here. That was good, man. He took it on the paws, right?
Nope.
Nice. All right, pop. All right, let it sit for a sec. Quick jerk is gonna make it pop. Let it sit. I'll start paddling back. I'll take your slack out with the boat. Now pop it. You're getting the casting thing down. Now hooking the fish is another thing too. Might have to go back up to that spot up there and see. Yeah, that's what you want. All right, let's try this spot over here again, Mike. Yeah, keep them on. Just let them fight. There you go. Just keep your rod tip up. Don't even worry about that. I'll keep it. Nice. Good work.
Oh. Nice little topwater bass there.
Early October. Still make it happen on top.
Very nice. Thank you. Let them go back and grow up some more. Yeah, buddy. There he is.
Good work.
Successful release. Thanks, buddy.
High five action. Good work, man. Doing good, man. Nice cast. Can't say anything wrong about that. You're on.
Oh.
All right.
Two saws admiring my nice
Try
cast.
to go straight up instead of off to, because that was,
Sweep
you
set.
pulled it right out.
Yep.
Right out from me.
Yeah, I was admiring my my cast.
Yeah. You made a good cast. Got
A little more of a pop than I wanted there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Man. That was a good hit, man.
Oh, that was
Knew
the
there
best strike
one.
yet. He came blowing out of there.
He was mad.
Yeah,
He was mad at you.
yeah.
Let it sink. Get down. Okay, make it count, brother. All the way in. Oh, that would have worked. That would have worked. That's right. All right, get ready. What was that? Little guy?
Little something.
So tying on a little more tippet for you.
Right.
Use a blood knot. Good cast, good popping. Did everything right there, man. Can't ask for better than that. Yeah, nice set. Nice set. That was a great cast, man. You did really awesome there. Now let them run and suck that line up and put them on the reel. There you go. High stick, keep it tight.
Oh,
Go.
shit.
Oh, he
No.
came off.
Oh, he just came back for it again.
That was a nice cast. Right on the edge of the shade.
Look at him shaking his head, yeah. My Garden State Adventures is where you see real life fishing.
That's right.
None of this Roland Martin stuff. Oh.
Nice. You're hooked up. That's it. Just keep it tight. Let them run and reel that up so you don't get banged up. Good work. Either side is fine. All right, Mike. Good work, brother.
Got him.
Nice cast. There you go. Good work.
All right, got him. Hey, we'll hold him up. We'll hold him way out close to the camera. Okay, that adds a pound, right?
Easy. You cast in there in that dark shit. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Oh,
Oh God. Try in there, bro. Right over there. Right on the other side.
I saw that drainage. I said, oh yeah, right
There's
there.
food coming out of there, that's
Yep.
why.
Ah.
It's barely hooked. It's a better fish, it's a little better. Good work. Oh, you hooked him good. I thought he was like
Yeah,
right.
so did I. He didn't have much of it in his mouth, but there's a awesome. Got him.
Good work, Mike. He's doing it, man. He's fly fishing.
Back home. Oh. So Tito, hey, it was great meeting you.
Awesome
Enjoyed
time.
your hospitality. I think
Thanks.
you're gonna do real well in the guide business.
Thank you.
So what do you think? How did they go?
It was good. It was a little tough, but I think you made the best of it. I think you put on some good casts, and I think you made a great transition from spin cast to fly cast. You understood what I was telling you, and you know, it doesn't come that easy. So you did good, man.
Well, I thank you, for being patient.
Yeah.
And that's one thing, don't nobody needs to be intimidated to come fish with Tito, because you're very
Exactly.
patient, and you let me make my mistakes, but you still got me to catch some fish. So
And you
good
corrected
job.
them, and you did good, and you landed some fish.
Okay, well, great.
First fish on the fly. It's awesome.
Yep, very good.
Good
You got a
work.
convert. Okay, as you can see, the weather broke. We had a great day, a lot of fun. Learned a lot about fly fishing, and we're able to put a few fish in the boat to boot. So it was all around great day. I want to thank Tito Marrero, and if you'd like to talk to him about his services, you can contact him at njonthefly.com, 973-670-5322, or at hikingviking2@hotmail.com. Again, this is Mike Lawson for Garden State Adventures. Thanks for being with us, and keep your lines wet.